Narcissists cannot handle hearing these phrases. They'll gaslight, deflect, play the victim, but say the right thing. And even the most composed narcissist will crack in this video. I'm going to show you 7 phrases narcissists absolutely can't handle. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to turn their manipulation into a mirror. They can't stand to look at if you've ever walked away from a conversation feeling like your brain's been in a blender. This is why these phrases don't just protect your sanity, they shift the power dynamic. And the 6th one, it hits so hard. Even seasoned manipulators don't see it coming. Let's get into it. 1. That's your opinion. Not a fact sounds simple, right? But to a narcissist, it's a direct challenge to their favorite pastime, rewriting reality. They thrive on turning feelings into facts. Say this and you're breaking the spell. Suddenly, they're not the unquestioned authority in the room, and for someone who builds their identity on control, that's more threatening than any insult. Because narcissists depend on controlling perception. The moment you challenge that illusion, they start losing grip on the false sense of superiority they've built over time. When you calmly assert that something is merely an opinion, not a fact, you remind them that truth exists outside their manipulation, which forces them to face their own insecurity. 2. I'm not explaining myself again. This one slams the door shut. Narcissists love keeping you in a loop, demanding explanations, twisting your words, asking the same thing in different ways until you second-guess yourself. But when you stop explaining, you remove their playground. No more bait to chase, and trust me, that silence speaks louder than any argument, because narcissists survive on emotional engagement. They feed off your reactions, and every explanation you give becomes a thread. They can pull when you stay firm and refuse to explain further. You send a message that their tactics no longer work, which disrupts their entire sense of control. 3. That's not about me. This is where things start to sting. Because narcissists are master projection artists. Their insecurity, suddenly your flaw, their mistake, somehow your fault. But the moment you draw that line, that's not about me, you shatter their ability to offload shame. They'll squirm, deflect, maybe even get angry, but they'll know they didn't get away with it. Projection is how narcissists protect their fragile ego, and when you refuse to accept their projection, it forces them to face emotions they've buried for years. Deep down, they fear accountability more than anything, because accountability exposes their inner emptiness. 4. You're allowed to be upset. That doesn't mean I did something wrong. Watch how quickly the room changes. This phrase separates their emotion from your responsibility, and narcissists hate that boundary. They're used to leveraging their moods to control you, but when you validate the feeling without absorbing the blame, that control slips through their fingers, and they know it. Narcissists are emotional puppeteers. They guilt trip and emotionally blackmail to keep you in submission. But when you stay calm and separate your actions from their emotions, you reclaim emotional independence. Let me know if this is hitting home. Just drop the word "seen" down below. If you've ever felt this shift in power before. 5. Let's stick to one topic. Narcissists love chaos. It's their favorite defense. 1 second, you're talking about something they did. Next thing, you're defending your childhood, your tone of voice, and a text from 2018. This phrase pins them down, keeps them accountable. It's like trying to nail jelly to a wall until you pull out the sentence. Narcissists create confusion to avoid accountability. They distract you with emotional noise to steer the spotlight away from their wrongdoing. When you calmly redirect the focus to one topic at a time, they lose the ability to twist your words or change the subject. 6. I'm not interested in arguing, I'm interested in solutions. Here's where you flip the game entirely. Narcissists need drama to feel powerful. It's their fuel. But when you remove the chance for escalation and refocus on resolution, they suddenly have no script. This doesn't just confuse them, it drains their influence. It's like turning off the spotlight mid-performance. This phrase forces them to face the reality that you no longer want to play their emotional games. You're not feeding their ego with conflict. You're removing the very energy they depend on, and this is how you start reclaiming peace and control. 7. I'm okay with you not understanding me, and this is the gut punch. Narcissists thrive on being understood, admired, obeyed. But when you say this, you're saying, I don't need your validation to feel okay. That's the one thing they can't take: irrelevance. You're not fighting. You're not explaining. You're free, and nothing terrifies a narcissist more than someone they can't control or provoke into reacting. Once you reach this level of peace, their manipulation loses its grip forever, because they can't feed off what they can no longer trigger inside. When you learn to use these phrases, you're not trying to win the argument. You're breaking free from it entirely, and that freedom is something a narcissist will never understand.